G'day guys, Seeney here and welcome to another episode on the Australian Wealth channel. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the 2022 stock market boom. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps to get these videos out to more people. So what we've seen in the last year is an absolutely insane return in the stock market. But it hasn't just been the stock market, it's also been real estate. Across the board, assets have gone up an incredible amount, and there's a number of different reasons behind this, and I think a lot of this is due to the devaluation of the currency. So much money has been printed in the last year that's actually insane. If you look up these statistics, they will literally scare you. I'm not going to say it here because, you might get spooked, but they have printed so much money in the last year. So as a result, assets have gone up a huge amount. So going forward, you might think, well, how is there going to be a boom? Everything has just already gone up so much. Now, the thing is, I personally believe that this boom next year is going to be very selective. What we've seen in the last year is a boom in large cap stocks. So looking at stocks like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, all of these stocks have gone up an insane amount. Now, the reason for this is because there has been so much uncertainty going forward. And we know that these companies are insanely profitable. They're not going to be not making money going forward. So a lot of people know this, regardless of whether we go work from home or the economy shuts down, these companies are just going to be printing cash. So a lot of investors have gone into these companies just for safety. And look, that makes perfect sense, but it's pushed the valuation of these particular companies up to massive levels. And because these companies make up such a massive portion of the S&P 500, it's just increased the level of those indexes to a huge amount. So a lot of money has actually gone into them. So in the next year, I personally believe that there's going to be a bit of a change. Now, this is going to be a boom, which I personally believe is going to be under the radar. Because what we're seeing, and there's research showing this discrepancy, is that there's a massive difference between the PE ratios of large cap stocks and small cap stocks. Now, this is something I've talked about a little bit on this channel, and the divergence is getting greater and greater. Small cap stocks have continued to be smashed and smashed and smashed, while the large caps have continued to go up. So we're seeing a massive divergence between these two. So over the last 6 months or so, I've actually been loading the boat while these small cap stocks have been getting pushed down more and more and more. So we're looking at names such as Corsair Gaming, which just got too low that I couldn't ignore it. Tattooed Chef, of course, as well as Palantir. Coinbase is a mid cap, but still on the smaller side. Voyager Digital. Basically, a large chunk of my portfolio is now in small caps because it's been continued to get beaten down and beaten down. And the thing is, when this trend reverses and hedge funds start to buy in because they see so much value in the small caps, these stocks are absolutely going to rocket. The thing is, you put $1 billion into Apple, it's probably not going to move the stock that much. You put $1 billion into one of these small cap companies, boom, to the absolute moon. Like, it is going to be crazy. And I think there's a lot of great companies here that are small cap companies. Not every single one is going to be a winner, obviously, but you need to do your due diligence and look for those companies that are going to be executing on those visions that they're putting out there going forward. And that is how you're going to find yourself an absolute winner. So I've taken this time to actually diversify my holdings a little bit more because as these small caps have dropped, I've seen so many more attractive valuations where I can actually buy these companies at, which I just couldn't before because they were just too high. Like Corsair Gaming, I made a video a little while ago saying that, it seems like a decent investment. It's growing, the business is profitable, all those kinds of things. I believe the stock was about $28, $29 a share at that time. And I said I couldn't buy it at that particular time because, it's a little bit more of a low margin business. They're in the hardware. I know that they are trying to get into software, but at that point, it's like, the margins might not be so good, especially with a lot of the inflationary pressures going forward. However, since I've made that video, the stock has dropped and is now down at the $20 to $21 range. And when you see something drop that much, the value proposition there becomes a hell of a lot more attractive. And that is something that has happened for me regarding Corsair Gaming. So, had to buy into that one, and many other companies like that. So I've actually loaded the boat and I've built out my positions to a level that I'm extremely happy that I've been able to get them at. Because it wasn't too long ago, these small caps are absolutely going to the moon. So, this theory might take some time to play out. I'm not expecting this to happen tomorrow, even next week, or even in a month's time. But eventually, these stocks are going to change. The wind is going to change, and the flavor of the month or the flavor of the year is going to go from large caps to small caps. And I think we're going to see that when inflation cools off and when things settle down and there's less uncertainty. A lot more hedge fund managers and people who are investing in the markets will go, right, time to go back to risk on. And that is the point where I think we're going to see some great gains in the small caps. So, it often takes some balls of steel, for a lack of a better term, when you see these stocks continue to drop day after day. Sometimes you'll see declines of like 6%. I actually have one of those today in Voyager Digital, and you're constantly getting days like this. But when I see some of the prices here, I just think it's fantastic. I'm so excited to be buying more. So, if you've done your research in the companies and, they're really solid in regards to revenue growth, the path to profitability, plus a number of other things such as their margins going forward, there's a lot of things to look at. But if you've done all your research, you should be really confident, especially when those investments go down and you can buy more at a cheaper price. So that's what I'm looking forward to in 2022. I'd be really keen to hear your thoughts on what you think the market is going to do going forward. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Really helps to get these videos out to more people. If you'd like to get yourself a free stock, I have a link to stake in the description. You sign up to the brokerage, chuck some money in, and you'll get yourself a free stock. Pretty easy. If you want to track your net worth and see how you're growing over time, then I have a link to WeMoney, connects to all your accounts, and you can track your net worth all in one place, and you'll get $5 just for signing up. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Seeney. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you later.